battle for Middle-earth is about to begin.
So it begins.
Send these foul beasts into the abyss! It's my power. The great battle of our time.
Welcome to the Zorbazor Battle Games in Middle-earth livestream. In this series, we cast our gaze back in time to the roots of our beloved Middle-earth strategy battle game to explore the fortnightly magazine serial Battle Games in Middle-earth. Each episode, we will delve into a single issue, poring over a treasure trove of retro gaming, following in-depth painting guides, terrain tutorials, and some crazy battle reports, all with a modern twist so you guys can enjoy them in your games at home. With each installment, we'll also focus on a release of models that accompanied the magazine, following their journey from painting bench to tabletop, and then at the end of every live stream, they'll be randomly assigned to one of our loyal Patreons to continue their days of gaming abroad, spreading the gospel of Zorbazorb. So, in the immortal words of the magazine itself, let battle commence. Welcome to Zorbazorb Gaming, my name's Lachlan Linton Keane, and welcome to a very special little battle report. Look at this, ladies and gentlemen, this is going to be pretty baller indeed. We're already over at the bench today because we are going hard into battle report mode. I think you guys should be able to see me over here. And we are playing on a bit of a sneak preview board. This is Osgiliath. This is the first city block that was reforged many moons ago now. Nearly a year ago, this board was kind of ripped apart and rebuilt. And over the last week, as you can see, some work has been done to it. We've got some pretty sweet little setups here. I'm very happy with how it's come together. I did a big repaint of all of the stonework. I've done the sort of foundation layer of the watercoloring with some airbrushing. A heap of resin's got to go down on this eventually. I've done all the rubble work, or I'd say the first pass because I want to do more rubble work. It's gonna be really sweet. Make sure let me know if in the chat you guys can hear me and everything, and everything's coming through nicely. I can sort of see my computer landscape over there. It looks like it's working pretty well, and we have got a ripper of a game. We're doing the amphibious assault gone mental. We've got all of these gorgeous little rafts here. These are the Zorbazorb beautiful orc rafts that you can get the STL for. They're all 3D printed. I've done these in resin. You can get the STL from my shop down in the description, zorbazorb.com. There's a little section for STLs where we've got a couple of beastie little things. I can't remember how they are. I think like $5 or something. Then you can print as many as you want, and they're all awesome. They've got like a fully articulated little drawbridge, so the orcs are going to be able to make a sneaky landing. Big red button. Yes, hearing well. Thank you, Thiocyanate. The board looks so good, says Matty Butler. I'm full set up today. I've got my little phone here so I can keep on the chat. Good morning, James. Don't worry, you've missed nothing. I was late as well. Sorry for that, everyone. I got a little viral attack last week. So I did a full format of the computer, deep cleaned everything, and as a result, I booted up and I forgot my streaming software's not installed, and then I couldn't find where I used to save my presets because they just auto-load, and then Windows and all my new antivirus stuff was like blocking my outbound connection, so I wasn't letting me stream. And anyway, it's working now. Bloody hell. Stupid random scammy people trying to hack my world. Yeah, that's it, says Frederick Schill. So Geek Gaming Sellout Shill, now shilling for STLs. That's right. We do love good shill here. That's, you know, how I pay my rent and buy bread for my family. I will shill hard. I'm pretty happy with it, James. He says, beautiful board. I am loving it. What's the button on the far building? Button? I don't know. Which building? Tell me where it is, James. Oh, you talking about that? That's not a button, my friend. That is a beautiful piece of Grey Nichols red leather there, right? That's a little one for Warnie. We've got yeah, some big fan favorites. Yeah, Marky Tribe knows what it is. We've got some fan favorites here in terms of our Patreon models. I've got my full list over there, but we've got some orcs, we've got some Gondorians, our big Patreon heroes that are part of the campaign, and we're giving one away today. Of course, we're doing our first giveaway in a big while. We've got our Lords of Gondor in play. I'll get my list over here so I can remember. I should have printed it off. We've got, oh that's right, we've got Georgiamir, our Osgiliath bowman, he's off to the side here. We've got our veteran with spear, Tylemir, he's off to the side as well. We've got our 3 Lords of Gondor for Nick Evans, David Green, and Joel Rombouts. And then we've got our 2-handed orc, Matty Dishner. Dishnak is leading the charge. And I think we've got one more orc as well. Which it's going to be good fun. We're doing some little spicy giveaway of another orc we have as well. And then we have... the water looks great. How did you do it, James? This was all, you'll see very soon in a video, this was all, it's all just like paint at the moment. I just made a black and white gradient, starting with dark and moving up to light greys. So with the undercoat was like, basically like Zenithal Prime, right? It was lighter near the shallows and darker in the depths. And then I just sprayed over that with an airbrush with various kind of dappled passes of blue-grey, which worked out quite well. And there's some little bits of like interesting texture and dappling, which looks really natural and like water, and that's because this whole section of the board went moldy. I had to like clean it with bleach, and then that like left this weird dappled stain underneath. It's a bit of airbrushing over the top. Looks golden, mate. No problems. So you know, you embrace the challenges. We've got a sexy little scenario today. It is the amphibious assault. The orcs are trying to make a sneaky little landing. So we've got some Gondorians here, there's a couple here around the shore, and that's all who start on the board. And the orcs have got to try and make a landing before setting off the alarm. So we're going to have that moment where the bowmen are trying to kill all of the sentries before they get noticed. And then if they notice, the Gondorian reinforcements can start pouring onto the board. And then as soon as the orcs land, they get to start, as soon as these guys land, they get to start pouring on as well. But it's gonna be fun. Yeah, the slanted buildings work really well now. Before the rubble went down, they looked a bit stupid, but now the rubble's down, you guys can sort of see the vision of them a little bit more. I think I need more rubble, but this was just all I got time to do. So I think, oh, I haven't got any dice ready. All my dice box. It's been a whirlwind this morning, so I'm gonna slink past the camera and get my dice down from the little thing up there. Uno momento, por favor. You guys can just enjoy looking at the city for a sec. God. Okay. We need a dice box. That'll help us out. We need a thing of dice. I need a dice box with no dice. Some dice. Where's my big... We need some Zorb dice for Mordor. Here we go. I think that'll be alright. You guys should be able to see that there nicely. And we need some White City dice for Gondor. All available at zorbazorb.com, of course. There we go. That should see us through today. So Evil have got priority. Their towers get to move 6 inches. Do a vid. This simple life hack turns moldy Warhammer boards into sick water terrain. The Christmas shorts are looking great. Yes, I apparently forgot to get changed. That's alright. It's been a whirlwind morning. You get to enjoy my little reindeer doggos. Look, I got Zorb merch on. I need Zorb shorts so I can remember to put those on too. So these guys are going to move 6 inches a turn. Evil automatically gets priority. The sentries basically don't do anything. Now, any time at the end of a turn, if there is a sentry within 6 inches, the alarm is going to get raised. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm not going to send this guy all the way in because I don't want to trigger those guys. So at the moment, same with this. I'm not triggering these guys. So I've got one sentry here who's going to have a little line of sight to them. I've got one little sentry here who's probably blocked by the phone that you guys can't see. And I've got another one up here. So that's 3 kills the orcs have to get. Every raft has 2 bows. And to represent the short range, the darkness and everything, they're all orc trackers, and they're getting that +1 to wound from the night fight rules. So they're going to be hitting on 4s, and they're strength 2. Most of these targets are they're all D5 because they're heavy armor, so they're going to be wounding on 6s, but 5s.
Now look,
what is this?
I don't vouch for how it tastes because I
Look at this. Things have arrived.
But
the supplies. But what the hell is this?
I made it. I don't know what it tastes like. I
What's it meant to be? It's really good. What is it? It's an iced tea?
Yeah, but it's I brewed Earl Grey and lemon iced tea and lemon tea at the same time.
My God, it's amazing. This is homemade homebrew iced tea here, ladies and gentlemen. What is it? Earl Grey and lemon?
Yeah.
Love that. Oh my God, that's so good. What did you say? Oh, banana on my desk. Yes, I saw the banana. Thank you. All right. Now I can start waking up properly. What are the orcs using to turn those Gondorian breastplates into wet paper bags? That's right. That's what we got to do. So we've got 10 archers, 10 orc trackers, 2 in the back of each, and we've basically got to make some kills here. So let's. I'm gonna get my little screen up here so I can see you guys. Alright, there you go. Okay, perfect. I just wanted to make sure you guys could see that there. So we need 4s to hit with our little trackers, and then it will be 5s to wound. So it's not the easiest. Let's start with this guy up here. I've got 2 shots coming from the bowman. We need 4s. 1 out of the box, 1 hit. Alright, 1 hit. And now we are chasing another big 5. Let's see if we can just snip this guy and not set the alarm off straight away. Oh, I'm counting it. It's a big 6. Big Zorbasorb 6. That's one sentry down. He can just go straight back into the reinforcement pile. We've got another 2 orcs here. And I think pretty much... I'll tell you what, I'm going to fire with these orcs over here. They're going to fire into him because they're not actually going to be able to see up. So, oh, they forgot to move as well. I should have advanced those orcs off the raft. We'll just say that his turn is moving in and landing there. So firing in. That's another hit. A hit. A fine hit. Chasing another 5. No wounds there. Alright, I've got 6 archers left and 2 kills to make. This is getting hard now. We need to go thunk up into there. Only 1 hit. Can't I get a double up? Chasing another 5. Hey, you got him. Alright, 4 archers left. 4 archers left. And only this big guy. So all of those guys are going up high into him. Chasing 4s. Roll well, roll well. Oh, he doesn't roll well. A single dice. 33% chance to keep the orc ambush a secret. Oh, they've done it, you sneaky little buggers. Alright, so the orc ambush stealth mode is still activated, so we'll just go straight into the next turn. It doesn't even matter who gets priority at this point. We're going to keep on advancing. So, these guys are going to move up 6. Good evening, Matthias. Good evening, Daystro, KS. How are we going, lads? Shh. Quiet. Alright, we've got... Oh, we're not going to be making landfall with these 2, but we are making landfall with these 2. Down goes the ramp. Down goes the ramp. Now, I'm pretty sure our sentry duty is probably going to just go off here. It's like at the end of the turn, right? So these guys, they're not going to be able to make a charge, but now both of them will have to die. Let's make these orcs are an obvious plan. Now that guy up in the tower is killed, all of these guys can just dismount. Don't know what happened to the 2 bowmen. There's meant to be 2 bowmen in the back of there. You're not meant to be there either. Alright, our first little batch of orcs are sprinting in. Those guys can't move. We've got a batch of orcs here. They get to sprint in. Big 6-inch move. We'll stay out of line of sight with these guys just so that I don't have to worry about them being testing models. Because it's 6 inches and line of sight. So yeah, basically I've got like a whole bunch of orcs that are running in there. I'll move them up in a sec. They're all out of line of sight of them. They're in line of sight of these guys, but they're not in range. I might put this over here, actually. Or maybe here. Charlie Moreno! Red Ball is the lost Palantir of Osgiliath, yes. These bad boys can't move. That's okay, so these guys have got to advance. Now, there's no way they're not going to see them. So I'm essentially gambling on... Oh, I mean, that's never going to happen. The alarm's going to raise if they run in. Alright, players, here's our first decision. Do these orcs sprint on, or do they try and be stealthy for one more turn and make a run? It might be worth trying to be stealthy. Because at the moment we've already got to kill 2 here. We've got to kill 2 here. We've got 4 bows there, and 4 bows here. I think that's an ask in and of itself. Oh, plus the 2 bowmen here. So if we leave these stationary, instead of advancing them, I don't know where the other one went. We'll leave these guys here at the back. And that'll give us 6 bows into those 2, and 4 bows into those 2 if everyone stays still. I think that's the play. Yep, sneaky charge, sneaky charge. We've got charge, orcs aren't stealthy, sneaky charge, stealth. Alright, I think stealth has got it. Let's move into the shooting phase then. First of all, these 2 straight into... Well, actually, let's just do all 4 at once. That is an atrocious roll. They all miss. There is now no way the alarm is not getting raised. Let's all 4 arrows into those 2. We might as well. Actually, we've got 6 on this side because of the 2 over here. All 6 into the other 2. They're hitting on 4s. And they're wounding on 5s with that +1. And 2 wounds. So these guys got snipped. But these 2 did not. Back over there for you 2. And now the alarm is officially raised and the game is on. Let's start with priority. It is... Oh, it's a tie. Evil had it. So good actually get a little chance to counter-respond now. So all models act normally. Why am I putting my dice over there? And now, at the beginning of each turn, D6 Gondorian reinforcements. Is it D6? How many have we got here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, 2 D6. We've got to get some lads on here. 2 D6 guys are just going to walk straight on from the board edge. That's a lot of orcs. Oh, objectives. That's the other thing we should talk about. So, basically, the game's going to go for 10 turns once the barges have hit. So what are we down? We've got, that was 2 turns already. So this is our 2nd turn we're currently in. So we've got 8 turns to go. And it's whoever controls the most amount of buildings at the end of 8 turns. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4. And that's going to basically represent the orcs trying to gain a foothold before the Gondorians can really rally. We've got these reinforcements kind of drip feeding in. And then obviously the orcs have got their landing barges absolutely chock-a-block full of orcs. The orc barges will be respawn points unless they get disabled by an enemy model touching the raft. So, you know, basically the defender has got to decide, alright, how many dudes, where am I going to focus? Do I just try to hold my 2 buildings, or do I, you know, what building am I targeting back? It's going to be interesting, I think. It's going to be a really fun little game. Especially as the buildings... Yes, they are Christmas shorts. Let's just get it all over with. I'm wearing my Christmas pajamas. Get excited about it. Blah, blah, blah. Alright, we're done now. I love my pajamas. What can I say? They're very comfy. They're very comfy. So, good have got priority. Let's see how many reinforcements they're bringing on this turn. Okay. It's not the best. A big snake eyes. There's 2 models running on. But it's going to be 2 big models. No, it's not. I'm not going to bring on scary stuff just yet. Let's just get a couple of swordsmen up here. Just to try and kind of begin holding this point. I've got these 2 here. These guys are going to run down here and get ready to hold this dock. And then I've got these models here. I actually think... I mean, do we sort of just go that these... No. We've got to try and buy some ground here. So we are going to make a big charge down here. Well, the good thing is we can actually get to the... I wonder if you guys can even see this. I've got 2 models here that are basically pinning all of those orc reinforcements on their raft. So that was a huge priority to win, actually. I've got no other good models on the board except my bowmen. These guys can all operate as normal. So these guys are going to sprint on in. This is pretty big gains now. These orcs are really gaining a foothold here. It's gonna probably be quite hard to push these guys this far back. These archers will just move full so they can get in and start having a little shooting war. These guys are gonna move up. They're gonna pour out into the courtyard. I mean, already, like, this is gnarly for Gondor. This is really gnarly. They might need more than 2d6 reinforcements, just quietly. Alright, so these guys have basically got this building pretty tied up. This building's in alright shape for the time being. I might climb orc archers up onto the top. What do you think, guys? Get some kind of defenders dug in there. Hi from the UK, SBG Gamer. How you going? Mr. Troglodyte says, Troglodyte says, PJs are the way, yes. Yes, Christmas in March, James. What hasn't moved yet? We haven't moved this one. So these guys aren't going to get to deploy just yet. There's one more turn for the defenders to rally. It is shooting time. The good heroes. We have got both a Ranger heroes up the top there. Angborn and Madril. They're hitting on 3s. And they are just going to target probably spear supports. Oh, and these guys need to charge as well. So unfortunately, I've got this in a slightly dodgy position that I don't have spears ranked up properly. So I'll move them back, and then I can get a spear support on each. Alright, throw 2 bows from my heroes. They both hit, that's it. And they are just normal bows, and they'll be targeting normal orcs with... we'll go for the enemy bowmen. We'll snip them out of here so that we need 5s. The one with the 3-point might is this one. He doesn't need it. Whoopsie daisies. No kill. So, 1 bowman is gone. Thunk. Put him over here for the time being. We've got enemy bows. Oh, I forgot about my beautiful Gondor bowman there. He misses. Enemy bows returning fire. We've got 1, 2. These guys can't see anyone. Those guys move full. Those guys move full. So just the 2 orc bows. And they're just going to target these little swordsmen on the side here. Both hitting. Lethal orc trackers. No wounds. Oh, what's happening? Oh, Laryssa's doing Instagram stories.
Yes, we're doing a poll.
I might try to wear these things. Okay, so all the orcs have moved. We've done all our shooting. It is our first combat of the turn. We've got 4 orcs leaping off the rafts into these 2 valiant defenders, including, I think this is Georgiamere, or is this Tylermere with the spear? One of our Patreon heroes, it is... Who's got the spear? I can never remember. Tylermere! So Tylermere has valiantly launched forward. I believe Tylermere has Lord of the West, I think, so he should get his rerolls. Of course, he's got his Might, Will, and Fate as well. So, we'll do the single combat first. The Gondorian is going to shield, and the Orc has a spear support, so 2 dice apiece. And all the Gondorians have got it. They push them back. Very nice. That's all they need to do. And now Tylermere comes in against another supported setup. And he's going to need his Lord of the West there. Big Zorba 6s. Oh, here we go. I mean, we've got to do it, right? He's only got 1 point of might, but I think he's probably going to die. Yeah, this is happening. Alright, he's going to spend his 6. Going to send his Spix. What did I say? Angborn and Madra. I mean, Anborn and Mablung. That's the heroes I'm talking about. Boom. So, he doesn't win it on fight value. He is an Osgiliath veteran, but there's no one around to give him a 5 value buff. Because we don't have Faramir. So it's a 50-50. Takes it to a 50-50. And he loses. Probably should have saved the might for a fate point. The 2 orcs do have to wound him, of course. But they fail. They fail big time. So there we go. A couple of snake eyes for both sides now. Let's do priority for turn number 4. Good win it again. That is massive. Keep pinning these guys in place. These guys will just charge back in. Well, we don't even have to move them. That's fine. And these gentlemen, what are these guys going to do? This is the big problem. I guess what we can do is make a move here. And then that is going to...
Am I allowed to grouse them?
What's wrong? What am I doing?
Update my postage.
Okay. Alright. I'm in big trouble. Larissa's running the shop these days, guys. She's a big help. But I get in trouble when I deliver all the parcels to the post office and Larissa fills them all out. And packs them and everything. But then it's my job as the person who's delivering to the postage to do some of the markups with the internationals. And I forget, and then they bank up and get in Larissa's way. Yes, I will remember, honey. We've got 4 guys here. Now, they're going to be using their control zones to lock up the dock and prevent charges from those orcs. But what it is mean is that I'm basically just leaving this open for orcs to charge. But we're going to get some friends in this turn. I've got a good feeling. There we go. 6 models are racing in. We're going to bring in some cav, I think. I'll bring 2 cav. They'll be able to run. I won't go into let them get charged, but I'll set them up there for a juicy counter charge. And then we need another 4. Let's bring in Captain Chris. Captain Chris is required. We'll give him some guys. We'll give him some spear supports. Where are all my spears? I haven't got all the Gondorians out yet, so I ran out of time. Where are my... Here we go. So I've got that's 4. Let's bring in 2 spear supports. You know what? I might actually just bring in a single cav, leave him back for a counter charge next turn, and we'll bring in one of our little Gondorian superheroes as well. So that's 5. We'll go 3 spears, 2 infantry up front, and then the knights. That'll give us a good mix of reinforcements sprinting on in. Loving the watercolor on the new board. Thank you very much. Hey, Microforge Minis is in. How are we, dude? Looking pretty sweet. Hey, this is gonna go very nicely indeed. How many have we got tuning in today? And where are we watching from? Where are you guys watching from this morning, guys? Alright, let's dive in. So, evil movement now. That's our good reinforcement. That's basically all we have. I think we leave those bowmen up there and keep shooting. They're going to get choice shots. So, these guys are tied up. So, evil, look, they've got to do it. They're just going to run in, throw this down here, and then he'll charge and wrap. He'll charge and wrap. That ties up his control zone. Those control zones are gone now, so these guys will be able to pretty much sprint round. I'll throw a spear support there. I'll throw a spear support there. I'll basically build like a little mini shield wall here, I think, and then I'll just throw the 2 orcs on these guys as well to set up. I can't quite set up traps on both, but it's a good time for orcs, basically. We're going to set up a secondary shield wall here. Pretty much we need to block off this objective. We're going to have to fight some Gondorians, that's fine. But if we can stop them from securing this and cutting off our reinforcement point, that's half the battle done. Let's move these guys up here, not to engage the primary fight, but to create another shield wall position that is going to stop. Oh, actually, I guess that's what those guys can be for. I mean, I've got reinforcement sort of alleyways on every side, so maybe I do need to go this way. These guys will go this way. This bowman's going to sit still and open fire. Those bowmen are going to sit still and open fire. The 2 bowmen there, I have 0 idea where the models went. I'll get some more. They'll spend their turn climbing up to the upper level so we can have some little snipey fights from building to building. And these models over here, we'll sprint a couple of them this way, basically just to disincentivize the Gondor player from sending too many reinforcements that way. No, we'll send everyone. We really need to be holding the alleyways. So 6 orcs sprinting off in that direction. We've got people watching from the UK, Brazil, Belgium. Adelaide says, Gary George says it's a public holiday. Alex is watching from Poland. We've got the States with Mr. Troglodyte. Yeah, where all troglodytes live, naturally. Harazan's watching from the centre of France. Southbound is watching from country Victoria. Whereabouts, dude? Those guys are jammed in. They still can't manage to get past these 2 valiant Gondorians, which is buying Gondor some serious tempo. Let's get into our shooting phase. All 3 of these Gondorian bowmen are going to target the spear supports to try and help out those 2 boys. I think that's the way to go. We'll do it this way. We've got a miss from the Gondor bowmen and then 2 hits. We've got the +1. We'll just land them as they land. So we've got a 5 to wound, which is... Yes, this spear support has no shield, so he's dead. And then a 4, and that is Angborn, so that is +1 to wound. Boom! Both spear supports absolutely snipped. Love that. Fantastic work. Alright, so that is both spears done. Good work, guys. Mordor are going to return fire now. I've got 3 bows who all haven't moved straight up into the Ranger heroes. 1 hit, and no wounds. Oh, we've all got +1 to wound, haven't we? So Angborn didn't even need to spend his free point of mind. Alright, let's have a look at our combats. Our first serious combats here on the riverbank are going to be pretty gnarly, I think. Eventually, I'm actually going to have all of this portion of the board, like all of this down here, is going to be flooded with like shallow water, which will be pretty cool. So the resin's going to end up being about ½ an inch thick, I think, which will be quite nice. Arnold Elliott, sorry a bit late. Watching from the Arctic Circle. If that's true, that is absolutely amazing. Do you need help, hun? Oh, Larissa's just raiding my stationary drawer. Let's do our big fights. We're only fighting 2 now, so the Gondorians can shield and get the same number of attacks. And it does the business. Shielding pushes them back. Get out of here. Not losing any models today. The same setup again. 2 orcs. One of them will be 2-handing. I'll use a separate dice for that. Let's bust out the... Use the Gandalf dice for the 2-hander. 2-hander goes down to 4, and Gondor wins again. Big wins in the combat phases so early so far for Gondor. We've got another. We're going to do the same setup here. Shielding Gondorian, fighting 2 orcs. The orcs have got it. Will they finally cut through down here? Yes, they will. Actually, strength... Oh no, one at the front orc is a Morannon orc. They're both Morannon orcs. So strength 4, defense 6, the 5 is enough. And our first Gondorian casualty from combat. Now it is our Osgiliath veteran. It is Tylemir, our Patreon mini. He actually doesn't have a shield on him, so I shouldn't have shielded last turn. It was naughty of me. He rolls 6s again! 6s all round. It's another tied fight. Can he survive again? No, he loses the fight again. We don't want to see that double 6s. No 6s. They rolled double 1s to wound him last time. This time it's double 2s. He's on his own, getting whacked in the face, but they haven't managed to get past his lovely little helmet. And that is combat for turn number 3. Now it is... Oh, wait, that was turn 4, I think. Let's do turn 5. Now it's going to start getting spicy. Oh, Benalla! Oh, nice, dude. Been through Benalla many times. And a big 5 Gondor is clutching the priority right now, which is basically the only thing really keeping them into it. Which, I mean, this is actually a bigger deal than it looks, because they're probably going to be able to disable this little, this siege tower here, and stop orcs from bringing reinforcements on. Not that the orcs have needed any reinforcements yet, everybody's been dying. No one's been dying. So, what do we do here? Well, I think we have to engage. We have to engage pretty hard. So this guy's going to jump on. He's going to fight the orc on the raft. This guy's going to run in here and tie this guy up. These 2 are going to sprint through. He'll tie up those 2, and he'll tie up this one. So that's a good little charge there for Gondor. Oh, the knight's going to get in, and I think we'll just use... He's going to have to take on 2. Oh no, let's get real clever here. Let's get really clever. Patreon on Patreon. We're going to set up... This infantryman's going to charge 2 and tag them. This guy is going to tag this guy. And this guy's going to tag that guy. That's now everyone engaged, except for this orc here, who is going to get charged by the captain and the knight. So we can set up a little heroic combat with Captain Chris and the knight. Captain Chris should be able to win that pretty easily with his fight value and extra attacks. That'll be 4 attacks for good. And then with the knockdown, they should get the easy wounds, and they'll both get to charge again and really make a good mince here. Let's see what other reinforcements are arriving for the forces of Gondor this turn. Oh, they get a 1 and a 4. That's better. 5 models. First thing I'm going to do is run in a banner straight there from our cav and get big support there. This is actually going really nicely now. I tell you what else we need to do is we need to secure this building. I mean, we've got to play these objectives, right? So we can run models on and straight in, because there's a little staircase here. And then we're going to have some pretty gnarly fighting in that complex. Or do we just try and cut through? I've got 4 models left. I mean, look, this is no guaranteed thing over here. You know what? Let's keep strong. If I have to, I don't want to. Digging the orcs out of that building will be tough. Where are the boats from, Lockie? Rich Anderson. These are my boats. This is my very own STL file. These are 3D printed. You can get it from my online store. They're really sexy. They got little here. Let's do a big little promo. They're little resin rafts. They got like a fully articulatable little door. You just like slot that in. They're really cool. I think the file is like $5 off the top of my head. And then you can print as many as you want. I've got like 20 of them printed in beautiful resin by my mate. Oh, actually, Mr. James Gaywood, who's in chat. Did you do the resin ones, Jimmy, or did you do the FDM ones? Or did you do both? I can't remember. I'm always making him print stuff, the poor bastard. He just printed so much other crap for me for our well, one of our little surprise boards coming out soon. But yeah, they're awesome. They're absolutely epic. I'm really, really happy with them. They do very nicely indeed. That's it, yeah. Yes, you do need the 3D printer. Unfortunately, the $5 doesn't cover the cost of the printer itself, or the materials. It's just the file. So, 4 more reinforcements. I think we got to start... Oh, do we concentrate here? Here's a question for the chat. Do we make sure Gondor really seizes this flank? Because they could shut off this siege tower, they could shut off this siege tower, and grab this building. But, like, these guys are going to start getting assaulted soon by these orcs. Do I kind of bring in dudes to help tie them up? Do I do a bit of both, but I risk getting those guys killed? It's gonna be tricky. Oh, $5. Awesome. It's been ages since I put them up. Thank you for checking out, Horizon. Put men in the building. Which building? There's 4 of them. Yeah, okay, so 4 dudes. I think what we need to do is probably shore up this position. We've got another captain here, so let's get him on the field. We'll throw him up. He can go in with we'll give him a banner as well, and we'll give him a spear support. Give him a spear support. That should be a beastie little combat. And then it's evil move, and that gives us a little bit of board control, a little bit of something. We should probably have some form of formation because we're about to get charged. I'll map it out so that the orcs have no choice but to charge the captain. The orcs now, they're going to countercharge. We'll take the bait. We'll get in there and have a fight with these guys. More than anything, just to buy that extra space. That's probably a little hard for you to see. We'll keep the ranged fight going. We've got a breach here in the lines, so we will engage Georgiamir, and then the other models are just going to sprint all the way out. So these orcs are now coming on out. Bang, bang, bang. I'll wrap Georgiamir around, Tylermere, sorry. I'll wrap Tylermere around and basically make sure he's going to get absolutely minced. These guys, they're a little bit, not quite as far as that. I'll just leave him there for now. We can run him up next turn. These archers, they're all sitting here. I mean, these guys are feeling pretty solid. So we'll move these guys here. They'll just climb up into the building. That could be their turn. And Evil's basically going to say, you got to dig us out of there. You got to dig us out of there. That is going to be... So, at the moment, Evil hold 3 buildings and Gondor hold 1. We're in the 4th of 10 turns. There's a lot left to do. Evil have got 3 casualties so far that they can bring on as reinforcements. They bring them on by rolling a 4+. That is 2. 2 coming on, and 1 is gone till next turn. So where do we run them on? They can't bring them on this siege tower now, this raft rather, because there's a model on it. So I think they will just get deployed probably into this middle section. That gives us the best opportunity to sort of respond from anywhere. It's shooting phase. It is Good's turn again. Now I think we do something with these archers that helps these combats. I think I see spear support again. Only the 1, actually. Yeah, everyone's been multi-tagged. So let's juice this spear support here to start with. Gondorian Bowman, he misses. Mablung, he'll use his, well, whichever one has the might. I think Anborn has the fatal point, the point of might. Mablung? Yeah, he's the thing. So Anborn. So that's a miss for Mablung. Anborn will target him now, and he gets a 2, spends the might, and he will only need a 5 to wound. No, it'll be a 4 with the +1. Oh, doesn't need it with a big 6. The Rangers are doing good work. Good work indeed. The Orcs are returning fire. There's 3 Orc trackers firing up at them. They get 2 hits, and they will also need 4s to wound with defense 4. 1 wound, but it's got to go... Oh, that'll be in the ways, actually, because they're all in cover. So 1 gets through and fails to wound. The archers are safe for the time being. All right, big combats now, and it's all going to start with Captain Chris calling his first heroic combat. He's on the charge. It's on infantry, that doesn't matter. Gets a big 6, and he is taking that on fight value. But he is striking against a model who is knocked over because he has a knight in combat with him. He does the business on a 5. And that is most important because we cut a hole in the lines, and we now enable both of those models to charge again. So he was fighting him. So the knight is going to charge in and peel that model off. Actually, what we'll do is we'll send Captain Chris in first. Oh, do we? Because he might run around and get a bit juiced. He's going to do it. Risk it for the biscuit, Captain Chris. He will run around. Where's he going to go? In there, I think. Oh, it's a bit risky. It's a bit risky. I'm just going to charge this guy right here and charge this guy right here. I just think that I think putting Captain Chris in behind the lines with all of those orc reinforcements is a dead Captain Chris. Okay, so now we'll move left to right. We got one orc fighting one man of Gondor. Man of Gondor's going to shield. Orc is not. Shielding works. Pushes him back. He's out of there. Knight is on the charge. Shielding orc now. Oh, the shielding orc does it unless the Gondorian can banner up to a 6. He does not. So that successfully stops that hitting power of the lance. That's quite a solid move there. Captain Chris against a shielding orc. Captain Chris gets it. Let's see if he can put another one away. Strength 4, D5. He's looking for 5s to wound. Oh, I don't think I'm spending might points just to kill one orc. I've only got the one now. We have got... Oh, oh, actually, he had a friend. I see. He was charged. So he actually has a little supporter there. Not enough to kill him. It is a fight for the Patreons. We have got... Who is this? It is our Lord David of House Green. And he is fighting against our two-handed orc, who I am fairly certain we have already attributed to a Patreon. But I cannot for the life... He was the most recent guy to be given away, but I can't remember when or who, too. This might be... We will return to that. I can't remember if that was David's or Sam's. We've had so many of these lovely Patreon heroes now, and I forgot to write down the last one. We will have to hunt that down. I think it was on the Minas Tirith stream that they got given away. Anyway, one of our beautiful Patreon minis. It is a two-handing orc. He's going to go fierce right now. Oh, he gets a big 6, which becomes a 5. Let's see if Lord David of House Green can splice him. Oh, no, he doesn't. So, strength 4 for the Uruk-hai against defense 6 of the heavy armor of the King of Men model. Oh, even with the +1 to wound, that's not going to help. So, all our heroes are still in play there. We've got a one-on-one, two-handing orc versus a warrior of Minas Tirith. Oh, warrior of Minas Tirith should have shielded. Because now, oh, he's still not getting his head split. We got shielding Gondorian versus 2 orcs. Oops, Gondorian needs another dice. Hey, shielding does it again. Then we got one-on-ones, and I think the Gondorians are just going to keep shielding just to hold this point. Yep, that wins the fight, and that was violent, Lockie. Absolutely violent. Where did that dice go? Look how, man, I gotta say, I just threw heavy dice onto all these rubbled sections, and nothing broke. Oh, it's enough for Gondor. So there we go. Over here, we're going to shield as well. Gondorians shielding and winning the day. And not getting many kills, but they have held their line and they're still blocking this off, which is important, I think. Over here on this side, it is basically some massive multi-combats. There will be no shielding. We've got Gondorian supported fighting 3 orcs. Oh, the Gondorians have got it big time, and they get a chance to make some strikes needing 5s. No wounds. And then we've got not Captain Chris, this is another captain. He has got a 3... and a 6! Wins it on fight value. And he is striking with this spear support behind him of a banner. That helps when I get it in the box. No wounds. 1 wound. 1 wound from the captain. So another orc down over here. Gondor is really, really holding the line here. I thought for sure that the orcs would be washing them away at this point. And they'd be kind of digging themselves out. They haven't got great objectives though, but they're in the game. Goes to Gondor again. Turn number 5, and Gondor is just obliterating the priority, which gives them a chance to kind of... Let's see who's coming on the board. That's going to affect us quite a lot. Oh my god, 11 models. 11 models. First 5 turns, it is 2d6 reinforcements. From here on, it is d6. So that is a pretty massive play on our final turn of double reinforcements. They did have a snake eyes before, so I guess it all evens out. So what we'll do is we'll finish our archer battalion. 2 models are going there, that's 9 left. And I'm getting some parcels being delivered through the door. I will run in some more infantry here to secure this, and I'll just charge. So I've got 8 left. Captain's going to charge in there. He's going to charge in there. We'll build a really nice little shield wall. So 7 left. I need some space for knights actually. Yeah, what I might do is I'll put him there. I'll move the banner there, and I'll throw a knight on this side. So 6 left. Let's make our charges here, and then that'll help inform us. He'll make a charge there with the knight. He'll make a charge. 5 left. Captain Chris is going to push in here. He'll make a charge there. He'll make a charge there. He'll make a charge there. I'm still kind of a bit undergunned here in terms of numbers. Push the banner over to here. Like, the orcs are about to arrive, so I've got 5 left. I'll throw in another knight, purely for that distance of being able to get charges. Then I'll throw a spearman in here, and then throw in another knight. Where are my knights? They should be over here. Where's my box of knights gone? I didn't put them all in the reinforcement zone. Knights, wherefore art thou? Yes, getting spotted early definitely made it difficult for the orcs, but in saying that, they've still got 3 out of 4 objectives, so they're not in the worst position. They just need to find a way to make sure they don't lose those objectives. I am, you know, not moving models into this building, and I could be. I could have just run 11 guys into there, but I think it's like, if I'd done that, I would have just lost both these flanks. So I think it's like, shore up these shield walls, cut my way through the orcs. I've got another 5 turns. If I can lock down, like kick that lockdown and then fight through to lock down these, then it might even be easier to just sweep around and take this. Otherwise, I can just run some dudes on at the back end. Eventually, these orcs are going to have to like peel away to help protect this. So there's, you know, it's easy to get to that anytime I want and just throw reinforcements straight into it. Whereas it's more difficult to get to these back ones. So I'm focusing on my early incursions where I can. I'm looking for my knights. That's what I was doing. I literally just had them, like, 10 minutes ago when I dressed the board. Wherefore art thou, Gondor Knights? Alright, looks like we don't have any more Gondor Knights to bring on as reinforcements. They're all dead. It's a little white box. Oh, found it. Right here, right next to me. Okay, so I've got another model's going to come on. I think that leaves me with... Oh no, I've lost count. How many reinforcements have I brought on this turn, guys? 1, 2, 3. That's the only ones on that side. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I had 4 on here originally. 9. So I've got 2 left. 2 models left. There's no point bringing any more cav because no one else is going to get in combat. So well, let's just throw up our other archer up here. And then we'll throw another king model. He can sort of race on in. This is Blue. That's Lord Gel of House Rombouts. And that is turn number 5's Gondorian charge. George Mir in here. Oh, we forgot to fight Tyler Mir's combat last turn. Let's just see if he dies, because that will affect whether or not he moves right now. Oh, he loses on a big 6. And he's trapped. No wounds. No wounds! He's still in the fight! He's still in the fight. Well, I tell you what he's going to do right now. He says, look guys, you've done a really good job. You've done a really good job. I'm going to leave your control zone and run around and charge this guy, landing on the boat. So he's still alive and he's disabling this spawn. Absolute legend play, Tyler Mir. So that'll be his movement, and now we go into evil movement. Charmed, I'm sure, says Lockie's got the Chris's bottoms out, must be in for the long haul. Surely Grund the Hound could help out in Osgiliath. Odie, I think you're onto something here. They're just, I have them, I think, just in reach, actually. Ugh. Where is he? Where is he? Grunt, grunt, grunt. Literally moved that box just the other day. Where are my doggos? Are they in this box? Nope, not that box. Alright, grunt will happen. That box. Oh my god. Too many boxes of models here, guys. Where are they? I think they're in that box over there. Store, dwarves, Easterlings. Ooh, ooh. What about this one? No, they're in that like that's Ryan's Moria. They're in that amazingly well packed, very fortified, strong box. That's right. All right, we will get those in a moment. Metal heroes, block of foam. Grunge the Hound shall ride for Minas Tirith. Alright, we'll bring him on in the next reinforcement phase. Okay, so let's do our orc movement now. No one can come in here, so I've only got the 4 reinforcements. Let's see what the orcs are getting to start with. Turn number 5. Turn number 5. So that is 2 orcs. We'll just bring them on here again, I think. And now it's normal orc movement. There's nothing to be done there. 3 archers. Probably just going to get obliterated in the shooting war, but that's fine, whatever. These 2 guys are just going to sprint up to get in for next turn. This is where it really matters. This model is going to worm his way in here and charge the king. We're going to get another spear support on the king. We've got 2 bowmen who will half move over to here to clear the way and begin the shooting fight. And we've got some double fighters here. They'll make a charge. Elevated position and spear support. These 2 guys will just make a charge on Georgimir. That'll have to be enough. Whoa! That's what I get for digging around in my dusty shelves. That is it for the orc movement. My goodness, where are the orcs? So we've got these guys up here. I mean, I think already I'm regretting putting them up there. Sure, I need to dig in and hold the objective, but let's just run. Okay, here's what we're going to do. I'm going to run 3 orcs in deep, and they're going to hold the doorway. You guys won't be able to see, but they'll use their control zones to hold the doorway, and that will at least stop all Gondorians from just sprinting in there. And then these 3 are just going to jump back down, and they'll run in and pile in for the fight next turn. Let's jump into the good shooting phase. Hey, Ollie. Yes, quality shorts. Listen to me, I'm like actually choking up from the dust. Ollie says I want to dig around in your dusty shells. Well, you'll have that chance very soon, my friend. Let's do shooting. I've got three normal Gondorian bowmen. Oh, I guess they've moved this turn. They're not going to be able to shoot this turn. So they're just 1 normal Gondorian bowman who was already here. He hits on a 5. He's going for the spear supports. Gets a big 2. And my 2 beautiful rangers into those same spear supports down here. Both hitting this time. Alright, Mightless and Mightable. Doesn't matter, they're both good enough. Thunk! 2 orcs dead. Gondorian archery is doing its job. Mortar archery is going to return fire. 2 bows who have moved. Just in here. Both missed. 3 bows who have not moved. 1 hits. Hits the terrain. And then 2 bows over there. Next to the cricket ball. 1 hit. Gets past the terrain. Take him off the field. Thunk. Gondorian bowman is gone. He is out of there. Alright, let's dive into... Alright, where are we going next? That is shooting. Alright, do we call any heroic combats this turn? I haven't got anything spicy set up really for good or evil. I think it's just a big grind. So, let's go. Let's do our one-on-one down here by the boat. That's important. I'm going to keep shielding for Gondor, and it is working, tying that up. Let's do Georgimir over by the boat. He can't shield, and he's fighting 2. Oh, jeez, he could use a little help. He is not trapped. He'll be able to back away. Doesn't matter. He's taken a wound. He's got a fate point, though. Oh, he's regretting spending that might now. Now he's chasing a 4. And he is out of here. Tyler Mere, you did a great job. You stopped the spawn for a turn. But unfortunately, your deep behind enemy lines movement has finally ended. He is out of here. Oh, Ollie, we totally should. While you're over, we should do a stream one morning. That'd be so good. Hey, Jazzy. You haven't missed much. Basically, the rafts have arrived and deployed the orcs, and the Gondorians have managed to spot them pretty early, so they've got a few reinforcements on, and it's going... Look, it's tied. Orcs have got good positions on the objectives. They're holding 3 buildings out of 4, but the Gondorians have got great board control down in the streets, so it's pretty tied right now, I'd say. Yes, the time of the orc has come. We should absolutely do some streams while you're here. That's a good idea. Alright, let's keep moving. We got 1-on-1. Gondor's just going to keep shielding for now. I guess, like, at some point we've got to make kills, and this is probably the turn to do it. Let's roll the dice. We got a banner here. We got a... You know what? This fight's out of range of the banner. This guy will shield, and he wins. It's tied on 6s. And Evil loses, finally. And they're trapped, so he's shielded, so nothing happens. A knight charging in against a shielding orc. Oh, the orc gets a big 6. Oh, the knight 6s it up. It's tied. Nice work, banner. Nice work, banner. And it goes to good, just to put salt in the wound. And the orc is getting wounded. Defense 6, strength 3 is 6s, +1 is 5s with the lance. And he is out of there. There we go, our first kill for the cavalry. True story. I spent many years trying to unlearn the word Calvary instead of cavalry, because the first time I saw that word was in Age of Empires when I was 5, and I misread it. They had the Rohan cavalry model, the cataphracts. I used to call them Calvary. It took me so long to call them cavalry, like my whole teenage adolescence. Alright, we've got a 1-on-1 here. This is out of range of the banner, so Gondor's going to shield again. It doesn't matter, the orc gets it. He's not trapped, so you'll push him back. Oh, big 6. If a 6 is out of the box, it counts. As we know, Gondorian goes down. We've got a 2-on-1. One of the orcs is two-handing. Goes to Minas Tirith, who did not shield when he should have. Doesn't matter, though. He pushes him back. We've got the king of men. Oh, he's in a bit of trouble here, to be perfectly honest. He is fighting one orc, our two-handed Patreon model, and a spear support. They've managed a 4 high, and he is just a measly little king. It's King Gel of House Rombouts. He's in range of the banner. He's in range of the banner. He can only manage a 2. No luck there. He's not trapped. Oh, he's got a bloody spear support, though. Ah, so close. That flashed up to 6. Oh. Is that guy in combat? I have totally missed like an entire model here. So that model is actually fighting that one there. Okay, so let's give Gondor another dice, and then we'll just do it as a big multi-combat. Oh, it matters! It matters! Gondor get the big 6. Fight Movie the King clutches that. We'll just throw wounds across the front face of the combat. That is 1 wound on the orc, and our beautiful two-handing Patreon orc, the Urukai, he's got to take a save. He passes his fate. Okay, so that was a big change for Gondor. I was in trouble there for a moment, and then I realized I couldn't read how fights were working. So they don't actually back away. Now we've got a knight fighting one orc. The orc doesn't have a shield. This is a good chance for the knight here. Ooh, he 6s it on the charge. Needs 4s. Gets 1. Gets 3, actually. That's another orc out of there. Things are going well for Gondor this turn. Very well indeed. They've definitely had the run of the dice. Captain Chris has valiantly charged forward. He gets a 6 on the charge. He only needs 5s. He doesn't manage to put him away. Once again, we're not going to spend that might point. Another orc on the charge. This orc does... Sorry, another knight on the charge. This orc has a shield, though. And he puts it to good use. The extra dice giving him a buff. Oh, but the knight has tied it on the banner reroll. So now we will do our good versus evil roll-off. It is currently 2-1 to evil. Oh, now it's 2-all. That was a rough one for good to lose because it accesses the shield, the charging bonus. And that will be enough with the lance. Defense 5 on the normal orc there doing the business. And here we have got one orc charging with a Gondorian, one knight charging with Gondorian support against one shielding Morannon orc. And the Knight and the Gondorian have got it. They have got 6 attacks. 2 of them need 6s, and 4 of them need 5s. Wow! 4 wounds on that Morannon Orc. That was an absolutely killer turn for the forces of good. This flank is so secure now. We've got the middle flank up the center with good numbers for Gondor again. There is, you guys can't see this unfortunately. I might actually do a little zoom in now. Let's have a look. See if I can bring this in a bit more. You guys have probably seen enough of that wider angle. So what I'll do is I'll just bring it into about there. And I'll put my dice box just here. Will that work nicely? I think that'll work quite nicely. So let's, oh, you know what? I also forgot to, while I'm here, I think I forgot to adjust my music volume. Where's my levels? How do you adjust levels now? Everything's changed! Audio mix-up, there it is. Alright, let's bring down the Zorba music by 40%. Usually I do that, so I hope that my voice has been loud enough to hear so far. I completely forgot about that. Good question. The music's not even turned on. So, you know, there you go. That's relevant. You guys have been enjoying my voice without music this entire time. Thank you, Frederick. Jazzy says, Lockie, I've got a little 200-point tournament army builder starting at my local GW. Would you take Lurtz for Isengard? Should I take a banner at the low points to maximize my fights? Yes, good question. So what's Lurtz these days? Lurtz is, I mean, for starters, he's a beast. How many points is he? Look, the good thing, 200 points is so swingy, so often taking a big brawler like Lurtz can really work well for you, because if he has like a couple of good rounds, he can win you a game. Whereas if you just take a captain and go for more numbers, you can get in trouble, because again, someone does the opposite to you. So Lurtz is great. He's really versatile. Make sure he's got his bow and his shield. I mean, he comes with those default now, doesn't he? He has to. He's 90 points. Yeah, so that gets you what? 10 Urukai, 11 Urukai maybe, and Lurtz. What I would do is definitely take 1 Warg Rider. Make sure you've got like 1 model with charge bonuses. I would take a bulk Urukai, and maybe like 1 Berserker. So you've got like a little bit of that influence, just like a little bit of mix. So drop 1 or 2 to take Cav and a Berserker. 200 points, you probably can't play with a banner. 25 points, like you probably really want like an extra 2 models. Normally I advocate for banners, but 200-point lists, it's very tight. Oh yeah, maybe a Creebane. I think a Warg Rider is probably more versatile, but maybe Creebane's they're pretty resilient, which could be useful. A model that can successfully buy you time with 4 wounds for 20 points. So that's definitely an option. Good suggestion there, Frederick. But yeah, good question. Let's go. Where are we up to? Oh yes, the fight's over here. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4 Gondorians fighting 1 poor shielding orc. And somehow the orc has tied it. The Gondorians have their banner. It's not enough. Let's see who it goes to. It goes to good. Yeah, that would have been a bit ridiculous if it didn't. 4 strikes. Oh my god, they didn't kill him. They did not kill him. He did well, that orc, blocking a lot of things with his face. We've got 1 Gondorian fighting 2. So he'll shield. It's a tie. Another one goes to good. They just push them back. We've got a Knight charging, fighting a shielding Morannon. Another tie. No, that one goes to good on the 6. Knocks him over, wounds him on 5s. Get him out of there. Just goes to show, like, man, cavalry. They are absolutely annihilating today. Chris, Captain Chris versus 1 orc with no shield. Not Captain Chris, it's Captain Chris's brother. And he's only rolled a 4. He's got a banner, though, so we'll re-roll his 2. Oh, he banners up to a 5. Wins it on fight value. Does he cut the orc apart? Yes, he does. That is, man, look, I don't know if that's still in shot, but this pile of corpses over here grew substantially this turn. That was massive. Let's do priority. Mordor have finally won priority for the first time in 3 turns. It's turn 6 now, so there's 5 turns left. What the hell are the orcs going to do? I think what they need to do... This flank up here is in serious trouble. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to fall back with these models. Throw in a spear here. I'm going to fall back. I don't think I'm going to be able to throw in a spear. And I'm going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2. So now I've got some sort of line here to kind of contend with the numbers that Gondor are throwing at them. That stops them breaking through there. All of these models are just going to move full up to here. We're going to completely disengage with shooting. We need bodies in fights now. And here we're in so much trouble. We need to secure this raft for reinforcement points. So let's throw another guy on here, and we'll just have to kind of deal with whatever happens because of that. I'm going to charge... Our brave Patreon hero is going to charge that knight and the king. The purpose of tying up the control zone. This two-hander will go on there, and that way I can send a guy in here to hurt this guy. Actually, I can send a guy in here to tag that knight, stopping another charge, and then this spear support can get on here. So we now have 3 models fighting on the fighting the man of Minas Tirith who is on the raft. That means we should be able to kill him this turn no matter what happens here and access this spawn point for our reinforcements. These 2 guys, having secured this spawn point, are just going to sprint on up here, get back into the fight. This guy's going to valiantly charge these 2 cavalry. These 2 guys will charge forwards and charge Captain Chris. So we've stopped all the cav charges, but we didn't, manage to tie everything up, obviously. We have got, that's all our dudes moved except for our reinforcements. So there are 10 models who could potentially come on the board now. That's a lot of dudes. We have got very even. It looks... No, above even. We've got 6. 6 models are coming on the board. We'll just grab these 6, whatever they happen to be. And I'm going to go 2. Actually, I might just go 4. Yeah, I'm going to go 4. No, 2 there, 2 there. We'll go 2 here. Yeah, 4 and 2. 4 and 2. I think that works. I think that works nicely. Thanks for watching, Harazan. We'll see you next time. The points will raise as the weeks go and eventually get to 1,000. I love that. That's really cool. Love a good slow grow league. They are such great fun. Okay. Just having a little iced tea break. So, have a think, guys. What is our sort of tactical option here? There's 5 turns left. Goods still have their turn of movement. What are the objectives that Good is going to go for? At some point, they have to make a rush on this building, I think. Or they cut their way through and kind of... yeah, what are they going to score? They've got to score this and this and this. It's a tough one. It's a tough one. What are Mordor focusing on? Are they just letting Good have that and going for these 3? That's probably their play. I'm just going to go over to my shelf over here for a second and grab a little box of friends who are going to join us. Just have to find where I put them. Aha! There they are. I knew they were right there somewhere. Alright, let's see how many reinforcements Gondor are getting at the start of their turn. It is a big 1. Only 1 model, but it only needs to be a very special one. Ugh. Come on, out of there. Here comes Grund! It's our beautiful little doggo from the wonderful Odie Odie. From our little civilian reinforcement batch. Sent in by one of our amazing patrons. There you go, Odie. Grund is in play. Where's he going to go? He's got an 8-inch move, so he'll actually be able to make a charge if we charge him in, right? Let's throw him up on this flank, actually. What we'll do is we'll get our captain in. This is Captain Chris's brother. get all our charges in. So that control zone is negated. We'll get our spear supports in. Our cav can't do much, but that's okay. And then Grunt is going to go and run all the way past and then make a charge. Kaboom! Look at him go. What a beast. And now... Yep, doggo time, doggo time. Only one reinforcement. That really hurt the forces of good. For sure. For sure. They get D6 reinforcements for the rest of the game now. Only D6. Whereas the orcs can just bring back anyone who dies on a 4+. So, you know, there's... with the amount that orcs are kind of backing up, that's going to be more numbers. Okay, let's dive into shooting. Good have got some work to do here. They've really got some work to do. Let's kill these 2 archers, I think, to mean that all the orcs are going to have to send people into the back line. 1 hit from the Gondorian warriors. Gets past the in the way. Doesn't get a kill. Let's do Mablung and Angborn. 1 wound. No, that'd actually be past the in the way, wouldn't it? I forget, they stand in the ways. Hey, there's a wound. Alright, 1 orc is snipped out of the red ball tower. That's their shooting for the turn. The orcs have only got 1 bowman to fire back. After his mate just got obliterated. It's a bit too shattered by the death of his comrade.
You have to collect your rubbish, but you haven't
No,
actually eaten yet.
I haven't eaten yet.
Can I roll a dice?
You can roll a dice. Who's going to fight? Who's fighting first? Let's do this guy. You get to roll 2 dice, Larissa. You are this guy, and you're using your shield to block 3 orcs. And
Actually, might need to.
yeah, in the box, in the box.
Okay.
We desperately need him to win, so don't screw this up. It's not a strong start there. Oh, he's in trouble. So the shielding orc is Larissa has failed.
I don't actually know whether.
That's in camera. Very
Oh.
nice.
Oh, right, because it's not. Yeah, that's gonna look really weird.
Yeah, yeah. Larissa's watching like the delayed view and like couldn't see her hand, but didn't realize that she was watching something that's 15 seconds late. Oh, they don't kill him! He manages to retreat. They should have trapped him, the idiots. Right, we've got a 1-on-1 up here with our 2-handing orc, so that spawn point is still delayed.
Oh, you missed a message.
This Minas Tirith didn't kill this guy. This guy has managed to survive since the beginning and has not been killed. He hasn't managed to wound anyone, but he hasn't died, and that's a feat in and of itself for a Gondorian. Oh, being fed banana. We've got a 1-on-1 here. I think Gondor has to keep shielding. They're just being mean to me. Yep, he wins on the shield. Push him back. We just got to keep models right here. This knight has been charged by a Morannon orc. Oh, he loses that. Oh, he's got his banner. He's got his banner. Yes, he ties it on the banner. And he forces it, but the 50-50 goes to Mordor. Failed to wounds him, though. We've got another knight who's been charged by our Patreon orc. It goes to good, actually. Even though he's not on the charge. Can't get a kill, though. Of course, the lance bonus only works when the model is charged. Once again, I'm apparently blind. Because that model was also being fought by the king and another guy. So yeah, he does he gets obliterated. Our Patreon orc has finally fallen. He'll come back, though, as reinforcement. That was David of House Green, I think, made that kill. Well done. We've got a 1-on-1. The Minas Tirith dudes are going to shield. It's tied on 6s. Goes to Minas Tirith. That pushes the orc back. Captain Chris is fighting 2 orcs now. That's bloody rude, isn't it? He just rolls a casual double 6s. No big deal. No big deal. And then he kills none of them. But that's okay, because he held the line. He held the line. Oh, whoops. That guy forgot to charge. Alright, Orc Knight has been charged. Orc Knight. Minas Tirith Knight. Oh, he's lost the fight. Can't banner it back. Big kill! Down goes a Knight of Minas Tirith. Well done, little orc. And then we've got a another orc fighting a Knight and a Warrior of Minas Tirith. Goes to the Warriors of Minas Tirith. I've got the wrong colour dice here. There we go. And they obliterate. They punish him after watching their friend get cut apart. Over here on this flank, this is where it's getting gnarly. We've got Grund. We've got Grund, the ultimate doggo. He's on the white dice, and he is fighting a shielding orc with a friend. Grund and his friend absolutely do the business. And Grund gets the kill! Grund kills him! He gets some experience for his Battle Company hero roster. Iralas the legendary one-liner. Yes, it is just as Lord Denethor predicted. Good work, Grunt. Coming and showing the orcs, cutting through. Grunt should have called the heroic combat. I don't think he's a hero though. 1v1. I think the orc's gonna shield this time because the Man of Minas Tirith want to cut through. Oh, big sixes for the Man of Minas Tirith. That was a violent throw, Lockie. Doesn't get the kill. Pushes him back. 2 orcs versus 2 Men of Minas Tirith. The spears are coming in strong now. The Gondor have got the dice roll on their sides today. No wounds though. And then it is our captain fighting 2 orcs. God, big sixes for the captain. Can he put one of them away? No. Failing to wound, but holding the line, pushing them back, winning every fight, and getting a kill with Grund the doggo. They are pushing their way out into the streets. Although, of course, next turn, they're about to lose the numbers. Look at that. All right, turn number 7? Yes, turn 7. Priority. Still with evil. Still with evil. That actually works quite nicely, I think. What evil's going to do here... Do we charge in or do we... Yeah, no, I think we'll just charge. We won't get too fancy on positioning. Let's just get anyone who doesn't have a spear in the front. So that's bowmen and shields. I'm going to have to put a couple of spears in. Spears there, and this bowman will just run over and charge this guy then. These 2 guys will sprint in. Now this fight looks a lot less one-sided. It's very even, actually. These 4 guys. Let's tie this up properly first. You know what? Over this side, I think we'll spend a point of might. We'll call a heroic move with the captain. That's the captain's last point of might. Thanks for watching, Matty Butler. We'll see you next time. Enjoy it tomorrow when you come back from this point. We'll call a heroic move here. Everyone within 6 inches gets to move. That's going to save a lot of these cav. Like, we've got to get these charges here. So this guy is going to... The captain will then run around and he's gonna strike deep. We're going to go bold with Captain Chris. Because we need to cut our way down to these siege towers. This guy... Oh, I'll tell you what. We'll actually set up... Oh, no, he doesn't have any might, so he won't be able to call out heroic combat. I tell you who will, though, is bloody... the other captain. So if I get really brave, I'm going to set up a ball of heroic combat here. And send in this guy. This is Gel Rombouts has arrived, I think. Yes, the blue. So that's from the move. This guy's just going to valiantly charge up. He'll charge those 2. The king will charge here. We've got to lock these guys in. We've got to lock these guys in. We'll tag him and get a single dice. These guys will all get to charge again. So charge, charge, charge. He wasn't in 6 at the start. It's not going to matter. Oh, actually, he probably was. Yeah, that's 6. And where's the finish position? He's got to end within 6 inches, right? Yeah, if he lands there, it'll be fine. He'll charge those 2 guys, and now this model can't actually be charged. Which means there's no risk of him dying, and we've got it nicely secured, but I'll probably move him anyway. So that's their heroic move over. We've got 4 models for evil, who are all just going to run in here. They're not going to be able to do anything effective. They'll be sort of just out of range of the engagement, but there's another 4 models coming up there that evil kind of... they're at the very least able to secure this alleyway. Which will stop people from getting to that siege tower, that boarding barge rather. And this barge still exists, so that's not too worrying. But the amount of strength that Good have kind of set up there is a bit of a problem. Everybody here has moved except this orc archer, who I think is in range for a charge there. Yes, so he'll be able to peel off 1 model from that heroic combat, but it doesn't matter because the trap is set up. Well, the cav are on the charge anyway, I guess. Now reinforcements for evil. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 models casualties currently. Let's see how many are coming back. They have got 3. Oh my god, 7 of 9 are sprinting onto the field. And I think what we're going to do is we are just going to run them in here. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 1, 2, 3. I've got plenty of dudes here. I can't spawn there. I'm not worried about that. And we're just going to sweep them in here and create a secondary shield wall to stop any threat on here and then slowly push those guys off this building. I think that is our winning strategy. The Warriors of Good get to bring on D6 reinforcements this turn. We really need this to swing nicely for us. A big 6. That's exactly what we need. Now I think it's time to make our late game play and threaten this building up here to really put fear into the heart of the orcs. So I am going to charge with 1 cavalry. It's going to suck because you guys aren't really going to be able to see it. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to position the fights down here. So there, I'm going to charge a cavalry there. These models aren't actually here. It's just because it's so far off the camera. So I've got 6 models to run in. I'm going to send in... Who's my Red King? I've got a new Patreon model. It is Nick Evans. Nick Evans has sprinted in and made a charge. And we're sending Tyler Meir back in. 1v1. That's 3. And I've got another 6 guys here who are all just going to sprint in, make charge. We're sending the Dol Amroth banner as well. Oh! What's happening here then? What's happening here then? I think I've lost a battery. Sorry guys, one sec. I completely forgot about battery checks today. That will go black for ages because I didn't see it until it went live. Sorry about that. Alright. What's the time? Oh my goodness, it's already 20 to 10. We've been playing for ages. Yeah, that should be... obviously you guys are seeing the chat. Beautiful, it's back. So, those are our charges there. That's all 6 models just threatening that so that we can say, you know what, we are going to shore up those 2 objectives and really make a late game play. We'll see what happens here. So, shooting. Good need to hurt evil this turn. And we're going to do that by picking off spear supports right down there. And maybe that guy as well, but we'll get to that in time. Let's do my 2 ranger heroes first. We'll use the point of might to make both hit. And I'd have to spend a point. Oh, actually, strength. No, that's a wound with the +1, right? On a model with defense 4, 5s go down to 4s. Gets a kill without spending might. We've got 3 normal bowmen now. Oh, actually 2 normal bowmen and Georgiamir, actually. They're going to keep firing at the spear supports. Georgiamir, they all hit on 4s, so Georgiamir hits and 1 normal bowman, and that's the same thing. There's no shields there, so they need 4s to wound natively. Georgiamir gets a kill! Down goes another orc spearman. Alright, let's do priority. Not priority, let's do orc shooting. What am I saying? Big hit for the orc archer, shooting back into the exposed bowman. And defense 5. He needs strength 2 orc bow. That's 6s. He doesn't get the wound on a 4. So good at still winning the shooting battle. We're going to do combats, and we have set up an absolute baller heroic combat over here, so that is what we're going to start with. We have got the King. This is Lord David. Oh, never mind, everybody. Everybody just chill out. Lord Gel of House Rombath just bodges a massive 6. So both the knights win on the charge. So let's just do 1 knight charging, and that's... oh, it's actually not enough to kill him. Oh, yes, it is, with the lance. So there goes that orc. Now, the banner orc, the banner bearer, and this knight and the king all get to charge again. So what we're going to do is we're going to use this to strike pretty hard. The knight's going to ride all the way around and get in here. I think the banner-bearing knight is just going to charge the combat with the captain so that there's, no risk of him getting in trouble. And then the King David... King Gel of House Rombath, rather. What really needs to be won? I probably don't want to lose this single knight combat over here, so I'll get him over there. So that worked out really well. For a single point of might, that has worked out really, really well. Yeah, night fight rules. Can only see 2d6 inches. Okay. Now we'll finish the rest of this fight. So let's do the king and that knight. Knight is on the charge because of the heroic move. King gets 1 dice, and the Moran and Orc will shield. Doesn't matter when you get big 6s with that fight value. And rinse him, guys. Oh, wow. He dies 3 times. Just the 3. Looked better before I did the reroll. So that works nicely. We've got a 1-on-1 here who's out of range of the banner now, so the Gondorian will shield. The shielding does the job. We've got a knight on the charge against 1 Morannon. The Morannon will shield. The knight gets 6s and puts him away. This guy did end up charging to make it 2 1-on-1s. So I think the Gondorians will just keep shielding for these little fights here on the barge, just to give them the chance of buffing them back. Not enough on a big 6. Oh, one of them finally goes down after holding the barge for so long. Luckily, I do have 2 models on there now, cutting through the shielding attacks. Oh no, same thing's happened again. Oh. Okay, that's lucky. The Gondorians have held 1 of those models. He's actually been backed away, just holding on to touching the barge there by, like, you know, 2 or 3/16. Let's do Captain Chris. Captain Chris is fighting against... Oh dear, and the Banner Bearer. The Banner Bearer is with him, but these are at -1. Okay, the Banner Bearer is lucked out on a 5, and then we've got 1 Orc. Oh, jeez, if he'd got a big 6, that would have been savage. Alright, the Knight on the charge now gets the kill. Which helps out Captain Chris for rolling those awful 2s, and I'm just, like, throwing my models everywhere here. Pesky metals on these beautiful rubbles. Okay, so, Gondor still making mincemeat of the Orcs. They've taken a casualty this turn, though. Alright, they've got a 2-on-1 here. Gondor's going to shield. One of the Orcs is 2-handing. Gondor shielding doesn't do anything. And the Gondorian gets absolutely obliterated. We've got Lord David of House Green with a knight for support. They're on 5s. 1 shielding Orc says, I can't do much about that. And the knight rides him down. I gotta say, these bloody Gondor knights have been MVPs. Absolutely annihilating on the charge with their lancers. That is all the fights over here. More pain dished to Mordor, but their reinforcements, you know, they just keep coming. Over here, though, it's getting tighter and tighter. Let's do another fight with our captain. He's fighting... Oh, he's big. He's 6'd it. He's 6'd it beautifully. Manages to cut through as well. He can't... even though he got 2 wounds, he only kills the model at the front because the other one's supporting. 2-on-2? No. Yeah, 2-on shielding Orc. Now he's lost his spear supports. Goes to Gondor anyway, and they kill him. We've got a 1-on-1. Big 5s going to Gondor. Oh, and they kill that Orc as well. Crikey. 1-on-2 in the favour of Mordor, so Gondor will shield. Gondor shielding wins the day, and then Grund, Doggo, fighting 1 Orc. Grund loves it. 2 Orcs in 2 turns, Grundo. No luck. So, far out. It's just been an absolute cakewalk for Gondor this turn. 1 charging knight with a friend fighting 1 shielding Morannon. Over here, remember these are the fights that are inside this building. It's a tight fight with 4s all around the place. Let's see who it goes to. Goes to Evil. That's a great one for them to win. I think he's actually just going to go for the horse. Doesn't wound him. We've got Lord David. Why does he not have his... Yeah, whoops. That banner bearer is supposed to be in there. Oh, which reminds me, the first fight should have had a banner. Oh, it makes a difference! It makes a huge difference! And the Morannon Orc instead is... Oh, no, I need the second strike, actually. The other 2 from the knight. There we go, got it. Oh, forgetting the banner. That helped. So they have cut through. They are now inside that building. Lord David of House Green. No, this is Lord... Too many Patreon models, man. This is Nick Evans. Nick Evans coming in strong with a big 5. And his banner bearer support at -1 gets a 4. And then the Orc gets a 1. And the boys cut him apart, getting 2 kills. Very nice, Nick, leading the charge into the building. He's also got Tylemere for support, who's come back from the dead and just, you know, gets a 6, no big deal. And they cut apart the Moran and Orc as well. Minas Tirith are on fire. They have wiped out the defenders in this building, killing all 3 and claimed that building. Gondor now hold 2 objectives. And they're pushing on the 3rd, frankly. The 3rd is contested, but in the position, in the clutches of Mordor. Let's do priority. This is turn number 7. Only 4 turns left, guys. It swings to Gondor. Yeah. Wow, wow, wow. Alright, how many reinforcements are they getting this turn? Let's start there. 4. 4 models. We'll bring those on in a sec. What we can do now is we can cut in deep and get out of this choke point. We've got to do it in such a way that we don't, you know, open ourselves up to too many kind of formation breaks. We'll throw this guy in here. And we'll throw this spearman. This knight needs to make a charge first, so spearman up here. This knight will make a charge here. I think the banner bearer is actually going to get involved in a fight just there. That's been like a good expansion of our front line that hasn't opened us up too much. Grund is going to leap down and charge this guy. And then I'm going to send in another knight. We'll leave our reinforcements at the end, I think. Elodie's out there squealing her head off. We're going to get the charge here. We're going to charge these 2. What I'd love to do is actually just wipe them completely, which I just can't do. So he gets the charge there. He will charge up and fight him there. He's going to get a spear support at least. And then I think Lord David... No, this is Joel Rombouts. Joel Rombouts has spent his might point now. So maybe what he'll do is he'll charge up into... Well, he could just charge in. And let's get some hero action on this front line. He's got the fate point. Captain Chris is going to... I've got Lord David of House Green. He's going to make a charge. Captain Chris is going to sprint in. I mean, it's a hard fight to fight their way through here. This is hard. There's a 1-on-1 there, a 1-on-1 there. The bannerman will ride in and make a charge. I've got a span knight here now. Who's calling the heroic combat? Who has the might point? It's my green one. So that's actually a silly charge. I shouldn't have put him in there because I won't be able to pair him up with anyone. What I'll do is I'll send him back, and they can go like that and like that, and Chris can just charge in deep, tying them up, and then we'll send some reinforcements off the heroic combat. These heroic combats are working wonders for us. We'll be able to do something pretty tricky there, I think, again. Now we have our 6 reinforcements. I think at this point, bodies might be more important than archery, so I might just throw all 3 of these models down this turn. They'll climb down. That's a pretty serious climb, so we'll do climb tests for them. They are all fine. They can climb down to the bottom. One of them even gets to keep moving, so we'll make a charge with him. That works nicely. 6 models left. All of these guys will just move through the building. The knight will come out, and the rest of them will be halfway through. That is a ridiculous position to be in, having claimed that building. Hey, Rogue Face, how you going? Let's make sure that is not a big problem. Okay, let's do our... What was it? I think it was 5 reinforcements, not 6. So, let's bring in 5 warriors for the forces of good. I will throw... I think I've used all of my knights. I should have 6 on the field. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. No, so I've got one more to bring on. Is that correct? Yep, there he is. 6 knights. So he will race on and get a charge there. That leaves him with 5 models left. I'll bring on another 2 warriors of Gondor. Probably... I mean, look, this is no sure thing, right? I think our play is actually here now, so 2 models in there. I need some spear support, so I'll bring on another another 3 spears, I think. Yeah, so 2 more spears. And they're probably going to run... What I'll do is I'll send a spear and a dude and a spear and a dude to both flanks. Alright, the orcs. They have got 15 corpses. So all these dice, basically. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, geez, they've been rolling well reinforcement dice at least. They just can't do anything in the fights. So 10 of 15 are coming on. We'll bring those on in a sec. Let's make all our additional moves. These guys are not going to get in charge this turn, so they'll just form like a new shield wall, I think. Getting ready to kind of hold back the storm. Everyone else there is engaged. All these guys can do is basically spear support up. So that Captain Chris is now fighting 2 ranked, so spears. These guys will just sprint up to the front, ready for next turn. That's lit. That's literally it. So now it's bring on the models. Okay, so now I think we'll bring 5 guys on here and 5 guys on this boat. I mean, actually, is it even worth putting anyone down there when I could just put them there and in one move phase they'd be there instead of there? So I think I'll actually just put all 10 of my guys. I tell you what, I'll put 8 there and I'm just going to throw 2 down here as well. Just going to throw 2. Just throw 2 down there. Just because I think we could use a little bit of help there. Just in case there are some kills and that line breaks. I don't want them to cut through to this one as well. So there are, what are we in? We're in turn 8. So there's 3 turns left, I think, guys. Are we in turn 8 or are we in turn 7? I think this is turn 8 now. Oh, I've lost my chat. There you are. Is this turn 8, boys and girls? Let me know. Alrightio, let's see where we're going from here. So, shooting phase. My 2 beautiful rangers doing the work as always, in the ways. 1 hits, doesn't get the wound. Still not managing to snipe out that little bowman there. Three turns remaining. I think it is turn 8. So at the moment, good have got 2 buildings, evil have 2 buildings. It's very, in all likelihood, going to end up a draw, I think. But I don't see the orcs being able to cut through and take a building. So Mordor's almost playing for a draw at this point. But they're all in a bit of danger of actually losing this, if Gondor do well here. But look at all these reinforcements piling in, so I think we're going to be okay for Mordor. But let's see how we go. Up first is our big heroic combat. Let's just see what the boys can do. 1 orc fighting 1,000,000. We've got Captain David of House Green. Yes. He gets a 6. They win it on fight value. We've got 1 knight on the charge and he'll be enough. Yeah. So that orc is killed and all 4 of these models are now charging again. So what we're going to do is we're going to send... we'll send 1 knight up here to pick off half that fight. So Captain Chris is now only fighting 2 models, and the knight has charged another 2. Now you know what? That's probably just going to get him killed. So I think what I might do is just use an infantry model for that, who can shield, and then I don't risk losing the knight to 2 models. The knight is actually going to go over here, make sure he dies. David of House Green, he will charge through and pick off one of the models in here. This guy will charge in here, get that double charge with the knight. That works nicely. Let's do this fight. This fight right here. 2-on-1 for the orcs. Big 6s for Gondor. He's not trapped. No wounds. Now David of House Green, after his valiant heroic combat, loses the combat. Oh, he's got his banner. Banner doesn't do anything. Orc doesn't wound him. 2 knights. Charging the 1 orc. The orc will shield. He needs an extra dice. Doesn't matter. That will be the end of him. And officially the end of the northern shield wall. Here on this little point. That is officially all those orcs killed. And pushed back away from the streets. We've got over here a knight on the charge with 1, fighting a bowman who can't do much about it. Knocking down, trapping him, killing him, easy done. In here, in this fight, I've got a shielding Gondorian versus those 2 Morannons that he pulled away from Captain Chris. He wins the fight and loses. And Captain Chris is fighting 2 Morannons. You know what? I don't think he is going to shield. He's going to fight it. And it pays dividends because they tie it on 5s and he wins on fight value. Now, if Captain Chris can get a kill here, this would be big indeed. Oh, he does. He does. So he chips away at that front rank and thins the numbers of orcs that are here. We're fighting in a really congested space here, so it is difficult for him to cut his way through massively. But every little kill, especially with a priority combination, will help. Let's do Doggo. Doggo, beautiful Grunt. Grunt and 1 warrior fighting a single orc. Oh, Grunt does it again! Can he get his 2nd kill? He's tasted orc blood already. But no, he's not hungry enough yet. We've got... wow, this is such a mess. What is even happening here? 3 fighting 2. These shield walls are getting really swirly. 6s, it's tied. Let's see which way it goes. It goes to evil. So just the 2 strikes. And they get a 6. They cut out the front shieldman. We have got a 2-on-1 with the captain. Oh, and he's the banner bearer who's fallen over. So El Capitan, this is Chris's brother. He's not doing so well, but he's got friends. -1 banner bearer and the other guy, they're on 4s. That's rubbish, actually. And then the orc who can't shield gets a big 6 and pushes them all back as you like it. He'll put a strike on the banner bearer. Kills the banner bearer! Lovely work. First bit of orc combat prowess we've seen in 3 turns. Yeah, you missed some stream and there's a dog fighting for Minas Tirith. Yeah, I don't see any confusing elements of that. Then we've got 2 knights just making charges on orcs. Knight loses. Oh, the banner bearer's dead. Doesn't get the wounds. Same thing. Knight. I was a shielding orc anyway. What am I talking about? Oh my god, the orc wins again. This is our Patreon orc. Oh, he killed the knight. Cuts him out of the saddle. Here's a swing for Mordor over on this flank. That's it for combats this turn. Let's do priority. 2nd last turn. Goes to evil. Massive. Massive. There's no might points left on the field now. So, evil can't really do anything about... Oh, actually, that's not true. Georgimir has a might point. So, who's in range with Georgimir? Yeah, he's got a good little cohort, actually. He'll call a heroic move. He can at least catch 1 knight to give him a charge bonus. So, I think what he'll do is he'll just go this way. Where's our scoring? Where's our scoring? We're never going to get to this thing. But what we can do is, I guess, tie up all these reinforcements and stop them from scoring that. Our 3 objectives have to be this, right? I don't know. Where should we go? Where should we go? Thanks, Jimmy. We'll see you next time, dude. Enjoy your flight. Stay safe. If he calls a heroic move, is this the turn to do it? There's only 2 turns left, so let's just get this guy in, I think. He'll have to move first. He'll charge. He'll charge. He'll charge. Grund will charge. He'll throw in on a spear support, and the knight will just charge in deep. Gets his charging bonus. He's going to get swamped. But hopefully I can... Yeah, he's probably just going to die if I put him there, isn't he? Let's leave space for him on the other side, and we'll throw this guy... We'll do it this way. That way we can keep the knight alive. Alright, we've established a new frontier. We've got 1 knight charge bonus. It's not much, but it's something. I think these orcs are actually just going to run this way and kind of act as a... Yeah, they won't make combat. They're essentially just going to be like, we're here to score. These orcs will stand back up They will slot in another fighter against Captain Chris to get that 2-on-2. These orcs will run in and just be ready as reinforcements. There's not a great deal they can actually do, but they're holding the line. So the orcs currently have 2, 4, 6, 9 models here. And there's one orc here. Oh, actually, what? He didn't fight last turn. I think we missed a fight here. Let's do that quickly. Two-hander. Gondor wins it, and they're on the charge. Oh my god, he survives. No, he doesn't. Not with the 4. Defense 4, strength 3, that's a 5, and the lance is +1. Okay, I was about to say, how the hell did that guy survive? Okay, so that's all the orcs moved over here, so I'll just do the good movement before we go into this mess. So now, they've all got their charges. So, yeah, like, there's just little they can do. I can get a knight in on the charge, and then this Lord David, I mean, what, he can charge 1 model? It's a bit risky. These guys will just run up. We're just going to have to engage pretty hard, I think. You know what? We should see where the other orcs go first, technically, I guess. How many orcs are coming on? Only 4. 4 orcs. And I think we just put all 4 of them here. So that next turn, they can run on and score objectives. Okay. Enjoy doing the dishes, Tiberius. Thanks for watching, dude. Okay, so now we will just move them up there. The banner bearer will make a charge. Got to get that cav bonus, I think. So the banner bearer will charge the bowman at the back. Lord David will charge this guy. This knight will charge this guy. We'll see if we can kill these lads. We'll throw the spear support. I'm not particularly worried about those guys anymore, so I've held that up long enough. It's done its job. Let's do the orc charges over here now. So these guys basically have a solid chance to mop this line. We've got to make a play on that building, right? That's what we do. So these guys will go over to here. They are all just running at that building. I'm going to move these guys. We know where they are, just so that they're not confusing the board. That knight is actually there. The other guys are 3 inches back. So these guys are all just going to go 6 inches this way. I guess the problem is we want to take this, but we also don't want anyone breaking through here. So that's what these new guys are going to be for. They're going to move here, and we're just creating this like basically big long conga line to make sure that no Gondor force breaks through and around. And then next turn we'll make a play and push up to there. This model here will charge those two and keep them in place. He'll charge those and keep them in place, and he'll just charge the cav just to help neutralize that charge. Now it's Gondor's move. Let's see how many reinforcements they have this turn. 5. Clutch. Clutch, 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 clutch. This guy is going to leap down and charge this guy in combat. He's a horse, so he can do that. All of these guys are basically just going to be on the edge now. So they are going to be defending the elevator position and stopping orcs from getting into this building. That is essentially their job now. But if they can, this could be a target if we get an interesting breakthrough. But we need to win some fights in here first. So these guys will make a charge here. All of these orcs haven't engaged because they're kind of protecting against that flow. Next turn they're going to be smashing. I think they're going to be smashing. I've got 5 models. One of them's a knight, so he will just. Oh, I'm just going to ride him on 10 inches up to the back there and use that side door. Is that 10? Yeah, it's about 10. Ouch! Just ran my glass display cabinet. I've got 2 models here I can bring on. I can run the bannerman back. That gives me 3 left. We need everything here. We need everything here. So this is our second last turn. So it's pretty much like just get anything in that can be involved. I've got 3 models left. No, 2 models left. It'll just be spear supports. Sprinting straight in so that next turn I can throw them in. I guess all of those guys should have just done jump tests. So they because they had the move, they just can't land in control zones. This guy's control zone is negated, but if I'm making a play next turn, I think I'll actually... Oh, you know what? He'll take a test and see if he can roll the 6. No, he doesn't. So he doesn't get to keep charging. That guy will just stay up there. Because I need to be able to threaten this, so all of them can now get to that next turn. Let's go into shooting. Obviously, you know, we'd have to win priority and some stuff would have to go our way. But there's a chance of us threatening this. Let's do shooting. And this is going to matter, because that orc needs to die. That orc really needs to die. 3s to hit. Oh, big miss. Alright, Amborn, it's on you. 4s to get past the in the way. He gets past the in the way. Defense 4, strength 2, that's 5s to wound. Plus 1 to wound makes it a 4. He has a free point of might per turn, and he still hasn't used his might from the store. I cannot roll a 1. I rolled a 2! It's enough! Dunk. He is out of there. Not often you get to kill someone on a 2+. 4s to wound, plus 1, and 2 points of might. That is crazy. Okay. So no one has this building right now. But the orcs have obviously got the chance to run people to it next turn. Plus they've got reinforcements that they can run on. So, let's do priority. No, let's do combats. Over here, we've got a 1v1. 2 for the shield. The Gondorians are just going to shield. Like, there's nothing to be gained here. So we're just going to hold the line. The orcs, if they get a kill, they could run reinforcements on, but it doesn't matter. Lord David of House... Lord Joel of House Rombouts can't shield, so he'll have to fight as normal. Wins on fight value. And gets a kill with strength 4. Strength 4 of the Night Profile. There you go, little orc dead. Over here is where it's going to get interesting. We have got... oh, why? Oh, no, those two's just there. Yeah, okay. So Banner Knight on the charge at -1. He's on 3s. Oh, dear, that's bad. Thank goodness. I should not have done his combat first. Oh, gets a kill to boot. Yes, with the lance. That'll do. I can't remember if they swapped lance for Banner, but anyway, it doesn't matter. One Knight on the charge, fighting an orc who can shield. Just in here. Oh, the banner. No, he pushes him back. He bounces back the knight. We've got Lord David? Or is this Nick Evans? No, Nick's over there, isn't he? So this is Lord David of House... No, this is Gel. David's down there. God, I'm getting so confused. Lord David of House Rombouts, fighting with his spear support. Oh, he's not doing well. Orcs are shielding. Oh, they're doing the business. Come on, Banner. Hey, Banner gets it. Fight value, gives it to Gondor. And they don't get the kill. He's got a shield, so strength 4 doesn't avail. In there, we've got a charging knight with a spearman. And they've got big 6s. They're fighting against 2 orcs ranked up. It goes to Gondor. This should be an easy kill for Gondor here with those lancers. Absolutely blitzes that guy on the front. So we've killed 1 orc. Technically, we are contesting with numbers, but these guys will run on next turn and score. So we're not going to be able to score this building. It's not going to happen. Effectively, this army's job is protecting that as a forward bastion. Our only chance of scoring is this over here. Yes, Liam, this is a cricket ball. No one's full warning. We've got some big fights here that are really going to matter. If Gondor can swing this, they might be able to break through. If Mordor can swing it, they could break through. So 3 points for both sides is on the table right now. Let's go from here. George Amir uses my point, so no heroic combats. It's a knight for I think 1 guy, and then he has a heap of friends. But let's face it, the knight has done the job and will probably kill him by himself. Yep, down goes the orc bowman. No reinforcements coming on there. Let's do 1v1. Yes, it is. Literally a 1v1, which blows my mind. Don't know how I set that up so poorly for Gondor. Big 6 for Mordor. Don't get the kill back. Grund is charged with a knight, as you like it. And, oh no, they get the big 6. They got the banner bearer now. Come on, Grund. 6 up. No, he doesn't get it. Oh, don't you dare kill Grund, you cheeky orc. Oh no! Grund has been slain. Sorry, Odie. Oh dear, oh dear. He did his job. He killed one orc. We've got another one-on-one up the back there. No shielding. There's no time for shielding. It's going too crazy right now. It's a tied fight. It doesn't actually matter if we'll banner up or do it 50-50. So yeah, we'll just do 50-50. Goes to even. Doesn't get the let's go 2-on-1. This is our captain fighting a single orc with a friend. Captain gets it. That's big. These are the kills we need to happen. They don't get the kill. Oh, he's trapped. He's trapped. He's trapped. Still don't get the kill on 6 dice. That's a shame. That was getting that guy out from behind enemy lines would have helped with control zones. And then there's only one fight left. It's this one up the back here. One knight, just the knight actually, has charged valiantly against one orc. He's got the kill. This would really help open up those control zones on that flank. Boom, he's dead. Okay, so this is our final turn. Let's see who's got priority. This is going to be a big roll. No might points around, and it goes to evil. Oh, actually, that's not true. There are might points around. I completely forgot about this captain. I think he did 1 heroic combat, but he certainly hasn't done 2. I honestly don't even know if he's done 1 heroic combat. Okay, so things aren't over for good. I just totally forgot about it. What can they do there? We need... Sadly, I think our knight is out of range. Oh, he's not. He's not. Okay, so the captain is just going to have to go crazy deep behind enemy lines. So he'll hit, wrap in, and charge both those models. Now, who was within range of him? Sadly, his position is so good that he's basically getting everyone. And a lot of those models aren't going to be able to make it, so I'll have to opt to not go with him at all. This model will... pretty much everyone who can score needs to now ride in and score, right? So this knight is going to go like 10 inches deep. Bearing in mind that when reinforcements come on the board, they just get put on the rafts, they don't run in. So it actually does... the evil can't actually reinforce this anymore from reinforcements for this final turn. Which in hindsight is probably poor decisions for me. I should have put some dudes there, because I had forgotten about that. So the knight is in, and he's never going to get charged, never going to get shot. He is safe. Oh, he's got to stay within 6, actually. What am I talking about? So he's got to stay within 6. So he can go there and not be charged. Same thing with all of these guys. These guys will just move their full move. Oh, actually, were they in range of him at the beginning, though? Only David was. So the banner bearer doesn't move yet. He moves at the end. Same thing, though. David can get inside the footprint of the building and be out of range of charge. And he will be absolutely fine. All of those guys are still going to get to move. This model has to move now. So he'll take a jump test. He rolls a 1. So he actually falls down. Not enough to hurt himself, but lands. Now everyone else has to move with him. So what we need to do now is essentially like stop enemy models from getting in. So this guy will avoid... No, he'll have to enter that model's control zone, which means he has to charge him, or someone else should charge him first. So this model, who can't get very far, he's going to leave that dude's control zone and go... Ooh, okay, there's a very particular order that I've got to do this in so that I can block these orcs off. So these guys will move first. He will charge him. He will charge this guy. Then these can run around here and he'll land right there. And then this guy can run around here, leaving his control zone, and land right here. These orcs are, that guy actually should have backed away. That way? That way? No, the doggo died, so he lost, so he would have gone there. So this is what I'm talking about. These orcs, even though, they didn't kill anyone, because they stayed alive, they've locked down this whole street. So this entire block of 6 Gondorian models just can't get where they need to go. So they actually have done a great job. They will all have to opt not to move this turn because they can't be involved in the with me, which is pretty savage, really. All of these guys need to finish within 6, so they will make a charge. Who else was in range? They will make a charge. I've got one knight. Oh, if I charged him like that, there would have been a gap open, so that's doable. One knight who has to charge through here. He, unfortunately, will have to make this charge because he can't get past the control zone. Probably could have negated it first. George Amir was out of range. So that's everyone from the good side. But most importantly, we have actually locked this up a little bit. A little bit. Not completely, but a little bit. Alright, now it's back to the evil move. Let's do reinforcements for them. Finally, they roll poorly. Only 4 of 11 models, and it doesn't actually matter, does it? Because they can't run on next turn. So, they can just go there, but they're not going to actually impact scoring. So they're on the field. These models here will run on, and they will just camp inside this building. So they're scoring 4 points in this building. There's already 5, 6, 7. So there's 11 evil models in this building, and there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 good models in the building. So I've got 4. That's 11, 9. I could actually make some charges there. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, we have some interesting choices here. At the moment, evil aren't even holding this building. There are 2 good models in there, so I have to get models in there. And I think that's going to have to be every unengaged model here. So this guy, he has stopped some of them because he's had to make that charge. He's got no control zone. So all of these models can just run in, and there is now 3 evil models in this building compared to 2, the Knight and the Lord. This model here is unengaged. So what he will have to do is chuck himself here, and that will block up this door. So either he can try to stop these guys from getting in, or he can make a charge, or just put himself in there, and then it's 4 to 2. I think the only way he can affect that is if he stops. He's going to block up the doorway. So he will stand there, and literally no one will be able to get past him without killing him. Which is interesting because Tylermere has a point of mind. I think that's what he has to do. I think that's his play. All of these other models and combats are pretty much locked. Basically, all of this now doesn't matter, because all of those guys are locked up and their fights aren't going to be able to influence scoring. What matters is these couple of fights here and the fights in here. So let's make our charges here. Evil had priority. Yes? Yes. So these orcs are going to charge forth, and we are going to... Every model that we use to leave the building footprint or put in a dangerous position has to neutralize some enemy forces, right? So what we'll do is we'll charge here. I'm leaving the building scoring with 1 model, but it stops, as you can see, knocks over. It stops 2 models from being able to charge at all this turn. So that's a good gain for the forces of evil. The forces of good, rather. In fact, I can do this more cleverly. I can charge 1 model there and 1 model there. So I've lost 2 scoring models, but I've stopped a potential 4 scoring models for the forces of good. Everyone else just needs to get in good fights, basically. So we will just rank up. We will just make out. We will charge the cavalry. We'll charge Captain Chris, and we have just got. We've got a rank. This guy can't do anything, so he'll just stay. So the good the evil holding strength is 4 plus 5. It's 9. Currently, good have 5. So what can we do here to up that number? Well, Captain Chris has been charged. That knight has been charged. I can throw this guy in with a spear support. So we could kill 2, and that would reduce them down to 3 plus 4 is 7. And we have got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. But unfortunately, this orc will be able to charge them first and pin them in place. So there's no way we can win this building because of some clever orc charges. So the orcs secure this building. We secure that building. We need some Gondorian reinforcements. We roll 5. It doesn't really matter. They're not going to be able to affect it in any way, except I'll be able to run them into this building so that it's now 1, 2, 1. And evil might be able to scrape a draw, and the forces of good might be able to force a victory for this final building. So we'll skip all of these combats because they literally mean nothing. Let's go to what matters. The remaining good move. I have one knight. He is going to ride in here. Ooh, oh my god, this is the play. Banner bearer charges him. Knight rides around, lands in combat with the orc who is fighting the captain, who has a single might point left. And Georgimir and this bowman fight this orc. I'm going to call 2 heroic combats. One with the captain and one with Tylemir, not Georgimir. Tylemir has been clutch this game. He's tied up this spawn for ages. He was deep behind enemy lines. Here he is again after coming back as a reinforcement. And his heroic combat could be absolutely pivotal. Let's start there. Tylemir with a bowman. They have rolled only 4 high, but they are in range of the banner. The orc is going to shield. He's on 5s. If they banner up, they can win the fight. Oh, they banner up to a 6. They've still got to kill him. They've still got to kill him. He's defense 6, they're strength 3. That's actually 6s. That's quite hard, and he's not trapped. They do not kill him, so that fails, and even more, because they did not kill him, the orc backs away into the objectives. That was quite a poor result for the forces of good. There are now 4 orcs. 4 orcs and 2 forces of good inside the building. But it's not over. It's not over. The knight and the captain are fighting 1 orc. The knight is on the charge. He's on 4s and 2s. The captain is on 4s and 3s. And 1 orc with no shield better not roll a bloody 5. Oh, he rolls a 1. Okay, thank goodness. The knight knocks him over. He gets a big 6. He's dead. So their heroic combat goes off. Now they can both charge. Now, interestingly, they can't actually get inside the building footprint at all. But what they can do is charge people who are inside the building footprint. Actually, that's not quite true. They both can land in the footprint. So right now, there are 4 models for each side inside the footprint, but there's a combat unfolding. So there is a knight fighting an orc. So the knight will have 2 attacks, and the orc could have 1 attack or 2 attacks. There is the captain, 2 attacks, fighting another orc, who also has a shield. So here's my question to you guys. The knight is on the charge. Does the orc try to kill him or shield? If he keeps him alive, basically the orcs, someone has got to kill 1 model. If the orcs shield, I think what has to happen is the orc fighting the knight has to risk dying to try and kill the knight. That's his only way of forcing the combat. Shield for sure on the knight, says Liam, but I think let's do the captain fight first. The captain is fighting 1 orc. That orc can never kill him. Oh, but he can push him back. If they push them back, they just get out of the fight. So the orcs should just shield. The orcs should just shield, because if they just win the fight by shielding, they don't have to kill them because they will be forced to back away out of the zone. That's what it is. That's what it is. Yep, you're right, Liam. You're right. Good call. So, the knight is on the charge. He's rolled high. He's on 5s. The orc shielding 2 dice needs a 6 to push the knight out of the control zone and win the game, effectively. And win the objective. He rolls a 6. That is absolutely clutch. The knight backs out. He is now out of the control zone, and it is 3 forces for good scoring against 4 forces for evil. But there's still 1 combat. And that warrior of that lucky orc who's left has to fight a captain. If he dies, it will go back to tied. 1 orc, shielding. Oh, he's on 4s. 2 attacks from the captain. He gets a 5. Okay, so he wins automatically. He's strength 4. He needs 5s to wound. He's got 2 dice to get a 5. If he kills him, he will tie that objective and make it count as contested and hand Gondor a victory 2-1. He kills him! Victory for Gondor! There are now 3 models for each side in this building footprint, so that building counts as contested. This building is like 9-11 to the forces of... Oh no, it's 7-5 to the forces of evil, and these 2 buildings are both held completely in the control of the forces of good. So it is 2 buildings held to 1, and victory for the forces of Gondor. Whew, that was so much fun. I'm absolutely exhausted. That game went on for way longer than I thought it did, but that's what happens when you add reinforcements. My voice is completely gone, you can hear it. Thoughts though, the new board plays exceedingly well. I thought, you know, it's every now and I was worried that it'd be a bit dicky getting your hands in and under there, and it's a bit annoying for like you guys looking from that angle. But in terms of playing, it's actually really good. You know, they're high enough you get your hands in really easily, and it looks really, really good. The streets work really well. The flow of combat between the buildings works really, really well. Yeah, very, very happy with this first little test of the Osgiliath board. Did you guys enjoy it? Thoughts? Feelings? And it looks brilliant, says Gary. Yes, I mean, that's the key thing, really, isn't it? Congrats, Gondor, Defenders of the River, says Volcanic Toast. Thank you, and thank you for tuning in, guys. That was a good game. I really, really enjoyed that. Now, we should have done a Patreon giveaway this week, but I just realized that the orc who I was planning to give away, we actually already gave away. So I haven't got a specific model who's been painted up on a stream yet, I don't think. So what we'll do is, rather than just like rolling up a giveaway this stream when we don't know what that person's receiving, when we paint up extras, the next time we'll do like, I think at this point we need to do about 3 or 4 giveaways on a big sort of super stream. So I think in the coming weeks, I'm going to do like a special kind of Patreon battle report where we get almost every Patreon model back on one field and do a really big game with like a bunch of giveaways. We might even do it over on the main channel. We'll see how things go. But I think it's going to be really fun. So I won't spin the wheel today, but we will do something extra special. On that note, the next little while, streams might become slightly more infrequent. We'll see how they go, but basically over the next little period, I have a shoot for a huge piece of content for the channel, and we'll be filming for 10 days straight, just filming. So that's probably going to fall over the period of a Monday, which means we won't stream that game. But we will have a little special guest coming over to join us. Mr. Oliver from Broadsword is flying over to Australia to film some other stuff. And so while he's here, we might do something extra special as well. So the streams might dip off in frequency. I'll try and keep them coming out as regularly as I can, but the next like 3-month period is insanity here. I have got some crazy stuff happening, some big shoots, some big stuff, some big travel as well. I'm heading around the world to do some collabs and see some other YouTubers and stuff. So don't stress if the streams are a little bit less frequent, and the uploads on the main channel as well, actually, because it is all going to come back very, very big. There just might be a little dip. There might be a little dip for a while. Zorbazorb the movie confirmed. Get Grund to the vet, says Odie Odie. Yeah, big time. Grund needs to go straight away. Broadsword, the Geek Gaming Shul collab confirmed. Yeah, we should go see Lukey as well. So yeah, it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Good stuff. Thank you for joining us today, guys. That was so much fun. My voice is shot. It is now time to go and pack 1 billion orders for the store and pack some big trade orders and get stuck into the week. It's going to be great. Always a great way to start the week with these streams. I feel so productive. I've already done a whole stream this morning and it's only 10:30. Thank you for tuning in, guys, and I will see you next time. Make sure you subscribe here on this channel and hit that little bell. Obviously, this is the tiny channel. This is just the stream channel. So you won't get spammed by notifications from it. It literally only tells you when we go live. It's all I upload here. So if you haven't hit the bell and subscribed already, do that. And then you won't miss a stream, because YouTube's been really dicky about saying when the stream is live for a lot of people. So hit that notification bell, and I will see you next time, right here on Zorbazorb. And I do have another sexy upload coming out next week on the main channel, which is going to be sick. If you like this game, wait till you see the next one. Oh, it's good. It's good, good, good. Alright, see you guys. Thank you. Have a good day.